Welcome to Treflow Publishers. In this video today, I'll be showing you how both the teachers and students can use our offline CBT software. Okay, so this template is for question. This particular template that I opened is for question. You can see serial number. Depending on the number of questions you want to have, you can have unlimited questions. This is a serial number. Here is where we take the question. Each question, you will type it here. Just type who is the governor of Oyo State? Okay, so when you are done typing the question, you come here and then you write the answer. Seyi Maduike. Okay, option 2, you can put Seyi Olamide. Option 3, you can put Seyi Makinde, and then option 4, you put Dapo Abiodun. Alright, so the right answer is Seyi Makinde. So to put in the right answer, you put 3. Since it is under option 3, you put 3 here. 3 for option 3. And then you click on Ctrl S to save. So that's how you set questions on this particular template. When you are done, so each teacher can pick a template based on the subject they want to set question on. Set this question, please do not alter anything. This one, and this one. Do not alter it. Just type in your question. You can have as many questions as you want because you'll be able to shovel it when you pick it to your the software. Okay, so when we are done with that and the question is set, now let's go over to the offline CBT software itself. So how do I do that? I will have to close this one and then double click on the software. It's going to open. Here is the admin login dashboard, where an admin will be required to log in with a username and a password. So instead of clicking on login, what you should do is click on upload question, so you can upload the question as a teacher. Now you are working as a teacher. Okay, so let's go to my desktop. You should know where you saved the question. Now I'm using CBT question bank, so I'll click on it, then click on open. It's too loud, blah blah. Then say yes. Now the question is uploaded here. So when you upload the question like this, you can now click on your login. Wow, it's saying I have entered. Let me check. The password should be the problem, but I'll check it. Okay, very good. Login successful. So now we have the question uploaded to our question page. Can you see? This is the question uploaded to our question page. Okay, now how will our students use this template? The next thing I'm going to show you is how you prepare your student to use this template to do their exams. You will notice that on the other template where we set question, on the question bank, we typed in the question, the option 1 to 4, and then the correct option. So here you are going to enter the score that each question carries. So this, I have inputted 1. If it is 2, you want this particular question to carry 2 marks, you put 2 here. If you want it to carry 5 marks, you put 5 marks. If you want it to carry 4 marks, you put 4 marks, like that. And then the time is going to be in seconds. So if you want each question to have 25 seconds, you put it. If you want 30 seconds, you put it. Let's say for mathematics question, you want them to be able to use up to 1 minute, you will put 60 seconds, like that. So when you are done, you can just enter one and then you drag down. Did you see what I did? Let me show you again. I'm going to do it again. Let's start from here. Okay, from here, this arrow here, can you see the plus sign? Is there a way I can show you better? I don't think so. I won't be able to show you. There was an arrow at this edge that looks like a plus sign when I clicked on it. So it was that arrow I dragged. Can you see it? Yeah, that looks like this plus. You drag it down so you can have the same number. Check this one, copy cells. But if you want your number to increase, you will now click on copy series. But here we are copying cells. Okay, so when you are done with this and this, I'm going to do this again, but this time around I would like to delete the questions and then we will upload it again the second time. Let me show you. So I will delete, just take all the questions. You won't take the score and the time taken. You won't take those two. You will leave it. So you highlight all the question and options. You come to clear and then you click on clear content. You are clearing content, nothing more. Clear content. You can see the questions as cleared. Now I still have my score and my time allowed in seconds. So I can change this one to maybe 20 minutes. If I put this one here, I can double click and it will change everything. Now that I have allotted 20 minutes to each question, I have allotted 1 mark to each question. I'll click on Ctrl S, then I can go out of here. I can go out of here and then try to log in again so I can upload the question. I'll show you what I really want you to see there. Okay, so I'm going to log in again as an admin. Now we are still working as a teacher or as examiner. Okay, oh sorry, I clicked on login straight instead of upload question. We have to take that again. We want to upload the questions first before we log in. Okay, let's upload the question first. Documents, question bank. You should know what you want to upload. Yes, you click on yes. Now the question is uploaded. Then you can now log in. Okay, login. Now login successful. Now, can you see? This is what we have just brought. This part is what we have just brought. This one, the score and the time allowed was here already. So now that the question is ready and set, the next thing you will do is go to settings to put some things in place. Go to settings to put some things in place. Do you want them to use password while they log in? If you put yes, it means you will have to give them password. You will have to give them password, either to use their registration number or you give them a specific number to use. Now, out of the 50 questions you have uploaded, how many do you want them to answer? If you want them to answer 10, you put 10. If you want them to answer everything, you put 50. If you want them to answer 50 out of 100, then you put 100. This means you are going to upload 100 questions, and under these questions to be asked, you will put 50 here. Is that okay? Then this show timer, yes, you want it to show time, so you leave it as yes. Random shuffle, you want the questions to shuffle, you leave it as yes. Random shuffle, so you leave it as yes. When you are done putting this one in place here, I don't want them to, for now, I want to change this one to no. Okay, after that, we have seen the question page. Answer sheet, you will see this place is empty. Now, let me quickly say that after a student must have finished his or her own exam, you must come here as a teacher or examiner to clear the responses of that student. You must clear it from here before the next student will take the exam. How do I mean? Just like I highlighted the other time, you highlight everything up to this score. Don't highlight the total score, please. It will deactivate the formula. You highlight everything up to this score, and then you click on clear content, and then you clear content. So this place will be empty again for the new students to attempt the question. That's when you will be able to allow another student. And so you might want to ask me, the previous student, how do we now see the record of the score? Is under records here. Is under records here. So just come to record and you will see the student's name and the score. And then the list of students that will be taking part in that particular exam must be written here. Username, you can see all the names of the student must be here. If you want to give them password, you put the password here, because if the name they want to log in and the password does not tally with what we have here, it will not allow them to log in. They will not be able to log in. And so you must first of all enter the list of all your students that wants to partake in that exam here on the user list. On the user list, the names must be on the user list, and the password, in case you are giving them password, you want them to use password, you give them password. You might use their registration number or whatever. So if they are using a registration number, it means it is their registration number you will put under this password. Okay, so when you are done with that, you have cleared this place for the next student, and then the question is properly uploaded. You have imputed the score for each subject, for each question, and you have imputed the time. The next thing to do, you want to check here again to be sure that everything is perfectly selected here also. The next thing you want to do as a teacher before you hand it over to your students to do examination is to hide every sheet apart from the main sheet. Apart from this main sheet, you will have to hide every sheet. How do you do that? How do you hide sheets? Now, this is what I call sheets. This is settings. This is another sheet, question. This is another sheet, answer sheet. This is another sheet, records. This is another sheet, user list. Now, how do you hide them? You will click on, let's say I want to hide these settings now. You will click on settings. You right click. You right click, and then you click on hide. Can we see hide? You click on hide. So I've hidden that. The next one, I want to hide the question too. I'll right click, hide. I'll right click, hide. I'll right click, hide. I'll right click, hide. Now it's remaining only this place where they are meant to log in. Now I'm going to show you another thing again. And what is that? If you click on this and right click, you can protect this sheet because you don't want your student to be busy editing something on the main page. You don't want them to edit anything. So you can protect sheet. How do you do that? You right click, you click on it, you right click. So instead of clicking on hide, you click on protect sheet, and then you can put in your password to protect it, meaning that for each of those sheets that I hid, I can actually protect them also if I don't want any form of editing to be done on it. Even though I did not hide it, I can protect it like that. It will ask for this password again, then you enter it again. Okay, so with this, they won't be able to edit anything. Can you see? They can't edit anything. Their duty is just to come here and click on this launch exam to start their exam. Now, before you hand it over to your students again, click on this hide, this particular one. Click on this hide, this one. Click on it. Why? Because we don't want our students to see this title bar, menu bar, property bar. We don't want them to see it. So we just click on hide to hide the tools. Can you see? Now it looks more presentable and beautiful. At this point, you can now hand it over to your students to partake in their examination, irrespective of the subject, and encourage them to read the instructions here. Now let us go. We want to operate as a student now, taking an exam using this offline CBT software. Then we have to click on launch exam. You know, I deactivated, I said no the other time under settings. I don't want password to be required, and so that is why it is asking for user ID. So one of the names there is Treflow. So I will just enter the name and I will log in. You have logged in successfully. Click on the start button to start the quiz. Then the quiz starts. Now the time is reading. They will have to read the question, answer it, submit before they will click on next. Who is the president of Nigeria? They will answer it, click on the option, click on submit before they click on next. Who is the president of Nigeria? Again, they submit, they click on next. You can see it is only showing 5 questions because I said it is 5 questions I want them to answer out of the 50. Okay, so that's how it works. So when I am done with the last question, submit. Now exam completed. Okay, they can now click on save score. Now for you to check the record of that last student, remember I said you must clear the answer sheet before you allow the next student to answer the question. Now let's go to show, come to main, right click, click on hide record to see the score of the student. Can you see? Treflow 4. Now unhide the answer sheet so as to clear it for the next student that wants to write the exam. Now how do you do that? Just click here and then highlight and click on clear to clear content. Now the next student is ready, but before you hand it over again, ensure to hide this sheet again, and then you allow the next student. So the next student is Ade. Login. Okay, pick their option, submit, next, submit. Oh sorry, I didn't pick any answer. Submit, next. Okay, you know, I'm just using random questions. You will type in proper questions for your students. Is that okay? Okay, so it will shovel it if you leave it at yes. If you leave it at yes under settings, it will definitely shovel the okay. So Ade is also done. You will see the name of the person doing the exam, Ade. Okay, save score. Now I'll go back again. I'll unhide the record to see Ade's score. Can you see Ade? Okay, I'll unhide the answer sheet again to clear it for the next student that will be doing the exam. Now let's see if I want to use password. I want to clear so that another person can do. Okay, so immediately I clear, I will just hide, and then I will hide this one also, but I want to unhide the settings because I want to do a setting there. Okay, so I want password to be used for this question, and I want to increase the question to 10. Okay, so let's see how this works also. Okay, so this time around, who is the next person doing the exam? Let's unhide the user list to check. Ade has done. Okay, let us go for gift. We hide again, then we allow gift to, okay, we hide this one. Very good. And then we ask gift to come over and sit down, and then gift, we have to, oh, we didn't check the password that gift will use, since we have enabled the use of password. User list 111. Okay, we have seen that 111. Okay, so hide these two again, and then gift, and the password for gift is 111. Then gift will log in. Okay, now we want to do this exam. Now you submit. Next, Python, you submit. Next, submit. Next, you submit after picking the option, and then you pick the option, you submit, and then next, pick the option, submit. Next, pick the option, submit. Next, you pick the option, submit. Next, now I will purposely delay this one, so you will see the timer how it runs in case that student is running out of time. Can you see? It's showing that it is less than 10 seconds now, and so the student will have to rush up. If not, that question will not be answered again. Okay, then you click on save score. So that child is done with that exam. You as a teacher take over, you click on show. Now let's say they are all done in that particular class. Let's say this particular exam is civic. They are all done with the exam, and you want to move ahead to the next subject for that day. What do you do as a teacher? You unhide all the things you will need. You unhide all the things you will need. The question, because you will have to clear the question. The answer sheet, you will unhide this because you have to clear the answers. And in case you want to add another student to the the user list for the next exam, then you will have to add another student here. Let's say a new student I am adding. Okay, now here, this is civic question. We are done with civic exam, and you will see that here the number is not in order again. That's because it has been shuffled based on what we have here in our random shuffle. We said yes to the random shuffle, that it will shuffle the question for us, and then the timer was reading because we asked it to read time. And then here we were able to do 10 questions because we put 10 questions. The last time gift was asked to put password because we set this one to be yes. So for, let's say now you want to do basic science, all you have to do is clear all the questions, minus the score and the time frame. Clear the questions, clear content. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do here before you leave this place is to, if it is still 1, you put 1. If it is not 1, you put 2. Then the time, if it is not 20 seconds, you increase or decrease this one, and then you Control S to save that. Answer sheet, you come here to clear it also, minus, you don't clear the total score, you don't clear it. Okay, when you are highlighting, you don't clear it. So if you are done with all of this, all you have to do now is to now Control S, log out. Yes, log out totally because you want to upload a new question. Now log out, then you will have to log in. You will have to log in, and then instead of logging in straight first, you will click on upload questions because you want to upload another question entirely. You want to upload another question entirely. So you click on this upload, then you go to where you have your question. I will advise that you keep all your questions in a folder. You keep all your questions in a folder. How do you create a folder? Let me show you. In case you don't know, you right click, you click on new, you click on folder, and then you tag it question bank. Question bank. So this particular question, if this is a civic question, I'll right click on it. I want to rename it. I'll rename it as civic GSS 1 first term. Then I'll click on enter. So civic GSS 1 first term, I'll bring it into the question bank. Open it. Can you see? It is there. Now let us go back and log in again and see how to open your folder where you have your question bank. Upload question. You go to desktop. Can you see question bank, the folder? You double click, then you see the civic question, you click it, and then you open. Then it will open like that. And so when you purchase this software, what we are going to do is help you input your own school name, your motto, and your school logo. Yeah. And under this place, we customize this place also. And I have shown you how to protect your sheets. I'll show you again. It is even still protected. In case you want to unprotect it, to edit anything, you just click on it and then input the password that you used to protect it initially, and you are good to go. The reason we are protecting our sheet is because when we hand over the system to our students to do the examination, we do not want them to have access to any details such that they will be tempted to want to edit anything. You know, students can be very funny, and that is why you must protect it or hide those sheets. Thank you. I love you all.